Well, let's check in on developments in the Russia-Ukraine war. Belarus has summoned the Ukrainian ambassador, saying it shot down a Ukrainian air defense missile in Belarusian territory. A footage from Belarusian state television appeared to show missile debris in a field which is said to have happened on Thursday during one of Russia's heaviest aerial onslaughts against Ukraine so far. A Ukrainian military spokesperson said the incident was the result of air defense, while Kirill Kazitsnev, an officer with Belarusian Missile Defense Forces, says they are considering two scenarios: an accidental launch by Ukraine or a deliberate provocation by the Ukrainian military forces. However, Belarus, a key ally of Russia, has called on Kyiv to carry out a full investigation after the S-300 rocket landed in Belarusian territory. However, Belarus, a key ally of Russia, has called on Kyiv to carry out full investigation after the S-300 rocket came down near the border. It will be the first time Belarus has shot down a Ukraine missile since the Russian invasion in February. Well, despite heavy shelling and a severe influx of wounded patients, field doctors from the Donetsk region are not stopping giving medical aid to victims of the onslaught in Ukraine. And doctors continue to persevere in treating those who were brought in to the field hospital a day before New Year's Eve. According to the medics, injured soldiers regularly come in on stretchers with bullets and grenade wounds. Patients' numbers have varied from 50 to 100 per day in recent days. Some soldiers are said to have gotten accustomed to doing first aid on their own without professional assistance. In the meantime, Russia's defense ministry says it's carried out a massive strike on Ukraine's energy and military industrial infrastructure. According to the ministry, it used its high-precision weapons. The defense ministry also claims the strikes had disrupted the production and repair of military equipment and the movement of reserve troops. And in Ukraine, there have been power outages in many parts of the country following those strikes by Russia. It came in yesterday, at least 120 of them. It's especially difficult in Kyiv region and the capital, in the Lviv region, in Odessa, in Kherson, in Vinnytsia, and in Zakarpattia. That's according to President Volodymyr Zelensky. Russia did fire scores of missiles into Ukraine early on Thursday, targeting Kyiv and other cities, including Lviv in the west and Odessa in the southwest, sending people rushing to shelters and knocking out power in one of Moscow's largest aerial assaults. Ukraine's military said it shot down 54 missiles out of 69 launched by Russia. Air raid sirens rang out across Ukraine for 5 hours in the capital, Kyiv. Officials had earlier said more than 120 missiles were fired during the assault.
Unfortunately, there were several hits during the day. Our energy workers and repair crews do everything so that Ukrainians feel the consequence of the strike of the terrorists as little as possible. It is especially difficult in the Kyiv region, in the Lviv region, in Odessa, in Kherson, in Vinnytsia, and Zakarpattia. But this is nothing compared with what could have happened if it were not for our heroic anti-aircraft troops and air defense. The most acute situation is in Bakhmut, Solidar, over the entire line in the Donetsk region.
And China's President Xi Jinping has met with his Russian counterpart, President Vladimir Putin, via video link earlier today. President Xi said China and Russia should strengthen strategic coordination to bring more benefits to the two peoples and inject more stability into the world. Xi said the China-Russia Comprehensive Strategic Cooperative Partnership for a New Era, jointly steered by the two leaders, has become more mature and resilient. In the first 11 months of the year, bilateral trade between China and Russia hit a new high with energy cooperation.